right? I want to give all praises. Salakia. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah by Shem YAHAWASHI, by Shem QADASH, Shanya Kabad, Gawala Rakab, Zaquayim now by Aith, Wa, Shalawam, Barakim, Wa Kasad, be upon the elders, Salakia, the elect yasharahla, or the Makarim yasharahla. Now, right through the Spirit, I should have made this video a long time ago, and through the Spirit it's coming out now, and I'm gonna try to make it brief because it's a lot of points that need to be made. And you know, I got a couple of scriptures lined up through the Spirit, but this topic is basically on women, you know, Salaki. This topic is going to be on women, man, you know, because women are a stronghold on men. And, you know, especially as a man of the Lord, there's certain conduct, there's certain ways you need to be, you know, operating. And, you know, without further ado, I'm going to start off with this scripture. Because I have stories to tell. It's so much that I need to compact into this video. This is of course, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse. I start at I just get right to the point. There's Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 8. It says a time, well, okay, I'll start at the top and then move down. It says to Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1, it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, right? A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted. Now verse 8, it says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Now the key point is a time to love and a time to hate. We are not in the time to love. That is not the time frame that we're in right now. The time that we're in is being ready for war, man. You don't have time for love. These females would distract you. These demons will distract you from what the main goal is, man. And the main goal is getting the kingdom of heaven. Anything that gets in the way of that, anything that bothers with that or fickles with that, or tries to badger at that, yeah, I got cut off. But back to the point. There's Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 8. It says a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. Now, like I said, we're not in the time to be loving, man. We're in the time to getting ready for war, bro. It's a serious series of events that are about to happen that involves us not to be attached to women. Right now, you know, all that lovey-dovey shit that you had when we was in the world. You know, and I'm saying it because I'm being real. As a man, I have a, you know, me personally, I've been with a female in my life for 3 years. But hey, if it's that time for her to be up and going, then hey, she up and going, man. You know, there's a Konya said to me yesterday, or to the congregation yesterday, after the live show, which I can agree to 1,000%, an infinite percentage of agreeing with it. He said, hey, I'm in it for the moment. And that's how you're supposed to deal with women nowadays, man. It's sad to say it, but it's true. You can't treat these women like they're your wives, man. Because what signifies you having a wife? Let's go to the law. It's Exodus chapter 22 verse 16. It says, if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, so basically a woman that's not given to a man, and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. So when you have sex with a woman, that makes her your wife. But it tells you that she wasn't betrothed, meaning she was still a virgin, okay? And she wasn't given to a man, okay? So basically, when you lie with the virgin and you take that thing from her, man, that's your woman. That's your possession. Now, let's get that. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 36 verse 24. It says, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. Now think about this, man. Does this apply to this time? I'm gonna answer that question for you. Hell no. This does not apply to this time, man. You don't have a possession. These women are not your possession. Why is that? I'm going to get the law. I'm going to get the curses. Excuse me. Because I had this incident actually happen to me, man. It's that serious. The scriptures come to life day in and day out. And I'm going to give my story on it too. But this is Deuteronomy 28. This is Deuteronomy 28, Salaki, verse 30. It says, this Deuteronomy 28, verse 30. It says, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. So this is one, and on top of that, I'm gonna grab this other precept too. You know, just to prove my point that doesn't apply to us right now, man. You can't have a wife. These women that slept with 3, 4, 5, in some cases 50 niggas, man. And you expect a wife that? You expect me to take her in as a wife? Now, granted, there are some females who are more humble than others and had slept with a bunch of men, but like I said, what applies to you applies, man. You know, I'm not saying to go out there and be grievous to the demon that you're dealing with. I'm telling you to deal wisely. You know, the Apostle Gabar said, ride the wave till the wheels fall off. You know, roughly paraphrasing. You know, basically, live it to the end. Live it up to the end of it, man. You know, not in this world, but with that woman. You know, as far as it go, let it get there. Then, capiche. It's done with. You know, this is Amos chapter 7, verse 17. It says, therefore, thus saith Yahawah by Shem YAHAWASHI, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, and thy sons and daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his hand. Now, what is the key word? What are the key words that I'm trying to enforce on this? Thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. Meaning the woman that you deal with is a harlot. The reason why is because she's been with more than one man. Now, I'm going to tell you the story that I was going to say. It done been some times to where I've been with a virgin. When I was younger, I say about 14, 15, I've been with a virgin. It just so happened that we didn't have sex. Somebody else took her and had sex with her. And then she came right back to me. You know? It's you know, a modern day betrothal. even though her father didn't betroth her to me, you know. But the fact still stands, you know. These women are the most fickle-minded creatures this earth has ever created, or this earth has ever progenerated, you know. Because the Most High made them. They're the most fickle-minded. And fickle meaning they're flip-flop. They can't make a decision of their own. That's why they need a man. They need a stern man. That's why we come into play. That's why Job told you to gird up your loins like a man, yo. You know? Because women want that. They don't want to, you know, so to say, a bitch-ass nigga. You know? But, this is Amos chapter 7, 7 verse 17. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. And that's the point, man. You know? So these women that we have, you can't show them true unconditional love. I tried it, bro. The outcome was adultery. It happened before, man. It's gonna happen. The scriptures tell you your wife is a harlot. Meaning you can't take these women serious, man. You can't be loving these women, man. And if you do, you better keep it to a strong distance, bro. You gotta keep. And that's the thing, man. In a world full of women ruling over us, we have to keep our preeminence. We can't let these women rule over us, man, to the best of our ability. You know, in job situations you can't handle that. But I'm saying consistent, you having a relationship with a woman, you got to keep your preeminence. The scriptures say that, man. And preeminence meaning being above all your things, man. Being on top of shit. You know, keeping your dominance through the power of Yahawah Shem YAHAWASHI by Shem QADASH. This is this Sirach chapter 33 verse 22, and it's real simple. It says, in all thy works keep to thyself the preeminence, leave not a stain in thine honor. Simple, man. And all your works and everything you do, keep your preeminence, man. Meaning, do it to the best of your ability. Be dominant in all the things that you do, man. Because that's how the Lord made us. He made us to be rulers of this world. Yasharahla, princes of power, man. You know? So, hey, man, all that pillow talking that you're doing with your woman and all that stuff that you know, I do it too. But the matter of the fact is you got to have your balance. You got to know what's accessible to you. You got to know what what applies to you, you know, what you can and cannot do. Hey, if I do this, I know I'm gonna fall in the snares of her, and I'm gonna start picking up after her, you know, worshiping her more, you know what I'm saying, or doing things according to her. You got to know yourself, man. Scriptures tell you that. Now, okay, I brought that out. Times of season, Salakia. Yeah. Now this is Salakia. Okay, this 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. It says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves? How that the Most High Yahawah Salat. I'm gonna start from the top and read it again. This 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove yourself. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves? How that Hamashiach YAHAWASHI is in you, except ye be reprobates? Meaning, Paul was asking, do you not know yourself? And it said, examine yourself. Meaning, know what applies to you and what doesn't apply to you. You know, for an example, King David committed adultery, and he was forgiven. That does not necessarily mean you can go out there and commit adultery and the Lord is going to forgive you. It's what applies to you. Every man have their own balance. They play their own part in the body. You got to do you got to stand in your lot and do it to the best of your ability, man. What the Lord has imparted of you or imparted to you, you have to take that and do it to the best of your ability, man. Now, like I said, some brothers, hey, you could love your woman, but, you know, there's certain things you can't do with her. You know, some brothers can't love a woman. Some brothers can't have a woman. Some brothers can have a woman. Every brother's different, but know what applies to you, man. And you can never let these women be dominant over you, man. Because once they're dominant over you, you've lost the battle, man. That's Satan. Now, like I said, all that lovey-dovey stuff, all that pillow talking with the woman, it's dead, man. We're not in that time frame. We're not in the time frame to be loving women unconditionally, man. Because women don't know how to handle that. Women are the progenitors of carnality, starting with Eve. They're the progenitors of carnality. Now, women do play a special part, consisting helping out. That's why when I read that scripture in Sirach, the 36th chapter, I'll read it again, verse 24. It says, "He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself." See, they supposed to help you out, man. They supposed to be tending unto you, taking care of the children, you know, feeding you, hand feeding you, massaging your feet, doing what you need to do, man. And they, like I said, you have some women out there that are submissive, you know, or will do as you ask to a certain extent. But I can guarantee this: you tell her that she got to pick out a woman for you, another woman for you to be with, she's not gonna be with it, man. Because these women have demons on them, man. That's why you have to be precautious, you know. Put your feelings aside, put that love shit aside for the kingdom of heaven, man. Now, that's the spirit. Because I'm going to grab this. I don't want RAWCHAA. Salaki. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 20. It says, "But lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart also be also." So Shalakia. So, the matter of fact is store that in the kingdom of heaven, man. You're going to be able to love a woman in the kingdom of heaven to the best of your ability, man. Right now, you can't love these women because they're not going to know what to do with it. Their depiction of love is so perverted because Esau, man. They think loving is, oh, that sweet talk and all that. No, love comes in harsh forms, man. Love can be telling you to shut the fuck up. That's how love is, man. Love is telling you, is keeping you in straits with YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, QADASH. That's what love is, man. And they can't see that because they're carnal. We're spiritual. What did Job say? He departed them. I'll just grab it, man. The Lord stripped them of wisdom. Don't have wisdom, man. The things that we're able to comprehend, the things that we're able to learn, they can't do it. It's hard for them. You can't expect them to because they're carnal. This is Job chapter 39, verse 17. It says, because God, the Most High, hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. So that tells you that these women are just full out carnal, man. And I know it firsthand, man. I'm not even, I'm not even trying to say anything, trying to boast in myself with women. Salaki, it's Satan, man. And this always happens when I'm making videos. Satan trying to mess with my nose and make it itch. But it's all good, man. But I know this firsthand because it was a demon I was talking to some time before. And basically, she was telling me how she's a Buddhist because I asked her, do she believe in God? I was like, hey, you believe in God? She was like, I believe in a God. Hey, once a female says that, demons. If they can't give you a straight answer, demons. She said, I believe in a God. I was like, what you mean? It's like, I'm a Buddhist. I was like, okay. And then she kept expounding. She was like, I just don't understand how people can believe in something they have never seen. I was like, it's called faith. And she was like, well, yeah, I don't got none of that. These women are carnal, man. These women cannot comprehend what the Lord has imparted us, man. Because the Most High said, unto you, O men, I call. Thus saith Proverbs 8, chapter 8, verse 4, man. So, like I said, you gotta keep your brothers close, but the Most High closer. And these women far away from you, man. Far away from anything that touches spirituality, man. Because even a situation with a younger brother, he had adultery commit on him, man. And I know for sure if he didn't have his feelings invested into that woman, he wouldn't have felt the way he felt. And same likewise to me. If I'd have my feelings invested into this woman and that's the YAHAWASHI, that's the point, man. You cannot have expectations for a demon. You tell her, yo, you gotta, women are children, bro. Women are children. Different children learn different ways. Some children gotta get their ass beat. Some children gotta see it to believe it. And mainly women are see it to believe it type people, man. What was my point? Salakia. But anyway, I lost it. Shit. It'll come back. I don't want RAWCHAA. But even me myself, I had my feelings invested to this woman. Hey, I got my shit hurt because she committed adultery. But if I had read the scriptures and I had understood the scriptures, and where it tell us a time to love and a time to hate, we not in a time to love, and I wouldn't have been showing her the love that I did, man. I wouldn't have been doing the things and caring for her. Oh, the expectations. I wouldn't have had expectations for her, man. These women are not gonna do as you ask. They got demons on them. You can tell a woman more than 100 times. I believe I told her more than 100 times. Cover your ass. Cover your head. Cover your face. Not face. Cover your chest. Don't go out there like that. Hey, they still gonna do it, bro. They got demons on them. That's the reason why we call them demons. But You got it. Like I said, that goes back to 2 Corinthians 13 verse 5. You got to examine yourself, know what applies to you, know how you operate so you can operate with somebody else. Then the Lord might give you a woman, you know. But you can never let these women have dominion or power over you, you know. You got to power over them. You got to even power anything you do, man. Keep your preeminence in all your works, meaning every single last thing you do. You know, if you got a lot, do it to the best of your ability, man. You got brothers under you, rule over them. Not rigorously, but be a good leader. Be an example, man, you know, of what to be like. Do the best, do it to the best of your ability. You got responsibilities, you know. But not to stray off the topic, it's just like, I just can't force the point enough, man. Cause like, you know, hey, even the apostles, I know this firsthand because he told me, the apostle RAWCHAA, they got adultery committed on him, man. You know, he said, I used to be in that lovey-dovey stuff when I was younger, you know, loving these women. He's like, hey, now if a woman leaves, she leaves, bro. And that's how it is. That's how you got to view it, bro. You got to view it like that. Like, I'm saying this sincerely, man. If she leave right now, you got to have it in your mind that I don't give a God-forsaken fuck if she leave, man. Because that's how much you should not care about these women. You know? Even if she's doing the womanly-like things. If she was doing the womanly-like things, she wouldn't leave, man. Righteous woman know a righteous man. Your spirit is spiritual. You know? But, back to the point. And you know what? Let me see if I ain't have no other precept. Okay, that's another point that I wanted to make. And at that point, then I'll end the video, you know? Let me grab this real quick. 4 verse 26. Okay. Yeah. So like I said, you got to know what applies to you. Let me grab that real quick and I'm going to come back to this. You got to know what applies to you. And I'm not, like I said, I cannot force this enough, or I cannot enforce this enough, or admonish this enough, that know what applies to you. Don't go out there and start being rigorous towards your woman. Start doing all this other, you know, all this other stuff. We know that these women are harlots, bro. We know that. We know that these women done dealt with an ample amount of men, and she tell you lies, bro. Even now, you know, I just recently figured out some shit that my demon did, and I was tight about it. But then again, like I said, hey, bro, you gotta. That's something you gotta deal with. That's something you gotta deal with, man. And if she can't deal with how you operate, you gotta let her go, man. And if she butting into you know, the brotherhood, or she butting into you studying or you doing what you need to do, gotta leave her alone, man. You know. But this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 4 verse 26. It says, "Be not ashamed to confess thy sins, and force not the course of the river." And the reason why I brought that out is because you can't force a woman to be righteous. You cannot force a woman to be righteous. You cannot force her to do what she's supposed to do. It's hard because they have demons on them. And those demons plague them day in and day out. Man, and I know this for sure. And it confirmed it yesterday when I went to this Quenya. Women have the biggest pride demon in this world. They have the biggest pride demon on them in this world, man. And I know this firsthand. I'm not gonna say the story because that's more personal, but women do have a big sense of pride on them, because that's a womanly like characteristic, man. You know, and the thing is, they're proud when they have no reason to be proud, which is that's why it makes sense, you know, because women don't make sense, man. Women don't make no sort of logical sense. Women are not logical. That's what we're here for, man. That's why the men are here. You know, women are unclean for a month. I mean, for a certain period in every month. So there stands a point, man. And that goes back to what the Zaquanian was saying yesterday too. We have the choice of not being unclean. We can actually not have sex. We can actually not ejaculate and be clean as long as we want. Women have to be unclean for a set time in a month. You know, that tells you one thing. If you're abiding by an unclean beast, you know, and you letting her have dominion over you, man, you going off. Always have preeminence with these women, with your words, with all your deeds, you know. Hey, that's another point too. And you know, it's just the spirit. This is where is it at? I know it's in Ecclesiastes. Okay. I grab it. Where is it at? Okay. Bear with me. Okay. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. Meaning everything you do, do it to the best of your ability, man. And like I keep saying, know what applies to you. Know what goes for you. Know your balance. Know yourself. Know ye not yourself. That was the question that Paul was asking. Know ye not yourselves? You know, that Hamashiach is inside of you. That his spirit dwelleth within us. You know. And if his spirit dwell within us, you know, he's an austere man. It's supposed to be the same exact way. You know, the scriptures tell you to be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. Matthew 5 verse 48. You know, so we have to be making our Father proud. We have to be making our Father happy, man. Joyous for the works that we do, man. But I'm going to end with this. This is Matthew chapter 6 verse 20. It says, but lay up yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your hearts be also. Now, you know, women can easily pull you into their trap. And that trap is caring. Actually giving a fuck. Women can do that by their carnal ways. Meaning what they can do for you carnally. Their comfort. Women they're specialized in that. That's what they're made for. It's pulling you in, trying to comfort you, trying to take control of you. But us men of the Lord, we keep our distance. That's my point. That's my main point. Keep your distance. Keep your distance with these women. Because if you don't, you're going to fall into their snares and traps. You're going to get caught up with them. And, hey, if worse come to worse, you're going to fall out by a woman. Know yourself, man. Know what applies to you, what doesn't apply to you. Store up your treasure, all that love and that lovey-dove stuff, that pillow talking, put it in the kingdom of heaven, man. Because that's where we be able to do it. But for right now, we're at war. We're in a time of war, in a time of hate. So, deal accordingly. Well, with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, by Hashem, YAHAWASHI, by Hashem, RAWCHAA, QADASH, HALAL, La Yahawah, by Hashem, Al-Shah, by Hashem, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Shanya Kabbat, Gawala Rakabs, appointment now by Aith, Wa, Shalawam, Wa Barakim, Wa Chasad, Al Bukharium, Shal Yasharahla. You know, I hope this was edifying to the elect. Please take my admonishment, because I'm telling you this through experience, man. You keep these women far away from you, man. Because if you let them in close to you, they're going to take it and pervert it, man. That's their job. They're of Satan. These women are in tune with Esau, bro. So we gotta keep our distance, man. You know. But with that, I want to say shalawam.